Now, when I pitched Borgen many years ago, actually, to the former head of drama for DR, National Broadcasting, Danish National Broadcasting, Mr. Ingolf Gabold, he finally accepted to do it. They were a bit reluctant because politics in prime time? I think not. But he said, Adam, you just have to, I had to lower your expectations because this is not going to travel. This is going to be a Danish series, and not you cannot compare it with the crime shows of DR. It is impossible. So this will be perhaps the Swedes and the Norwegians will buy it out of mercy and brotherly love. And well, then we just went out and worked on the series, and all of a sudden it got legs, and we really didn't believe our eyes and ears. We were standing on great successes for DR's former series, and we thank them very much. But Borgen began to have its own life. And I'm not going to correct you, Sveinbjørn, but perhaps I'm going to correct you a little, because we actually now have sold the series to over 80 countries. And we are so amazingly proud and grateful that it has traveled so far. Countries like Australia, South Korea. Personally, I would love it to be North Korea one day. They might air it in the genre of science fiction horror. That might work for them. But it perhaps proves the fact that local is sometimes global. And I think that's very important for us, that even though that success sometimes comes our way, we should never try to write for the big audience. We should try to write our story, basically, and then hope it will find an audience. I'm very privileged to work for a channel like DR, and a great part of this also goes to them and their principals, not least. Because in DR, it is actually a necessity to abide to the dogma. In Denmark, we love dogmas, you know, to the dogma of the double story. That means that if you come to DR and you say, I have this great story, it's a detective story, and it's really exciting, they would probably say no. Because for them, it is all important that the responsibility is greater than that. You need to tell a story that tells us something about society, about being citizens in Europe, in Denmark, in Europe, in the world, at this particular point in history. That is all important for them, and that is the dogma of the double story. Just imagine, actually, to have a TV channel that says, no, it's not good enough. You have to make it even stronger, your story. Usually they are completely absorbed in shares and ratings. So I think this is a very important thing to say about DR and how incredibly privileged we are in Denmark. We are living in the golden age of TV drama, and I think we should definitely use it. We should use it to broaden our views and go out with even more difficult stories. We should tell our own stories. Right now, the borders of Europe are being knocked down by refugees. We should tell that story. We should tell about the spectre of terror. We should tell about the institutions of Europe. Why isn't there a big political series about the Commission? Oh my God. That could be a story. I think it's very important. Let's tell all these stories. Also, I think there's a need for Europe to be very strong story-wise. We need to not outbalance, but counterbalance the Americans, because I do believe that we have a voice of our own. And right now, in the Nordic countries, we're talking about Nordic noir as this special way of treating crime stories, but also other kinds of stories. We have kind of a gritty, very raw, real sense of describing reality. I know that there are many European voices, and I think we need to hear them in TV drama. Now, we are very privileged in Denmark because it has been a deliberate investment for many, many years to actually invest in the script. And I think we need to continue to do so. I am very, very grateful to accept this award, not least for Borgen. I have a bit bad conscience because some of you might know that the 12th episode of Borgen was actually called "In Brussels, Nobody Can Hear You Scream." Well, tonight I hope they hear a scream from Brussels saying somebody wrote it, and I'm very, very grateful that I got to write Borgen. Thank you so much for this great honor. Thank you.